Might as well have a hand-clapping good time. Might as well clap your hands, put your hands together, rejoice, sing unto the Lord. You might as well do it with everything that's going on in the world. You just might as well just praise the Lord. Even in the face of adversity, even in the face of things going wrong, you just might as well praise the Lord. Good to be with you here today. This is Pastor Mike, and I'm online, and I am live with you. The email address is on the bottom of the screen, pastormikeonline@gmail.com. If you want to write in during this live broadcast, I hope I'll be able to get to some emails today. I've got a full plate here of things to deal with. I tweeted earlier something about the Hebrew roots, and I'm going to lead into that. Before we get started, I want to pray for a good friend of our ministries, Donald H. in North Carolina. He just had about 2 or 3 cardiac catheterizations this weekend and made a new man out of him. He feels pretty good. He's going to get out of the hospital later this week. Told him I'd give a shout out to him. You pray for him and lift him up. Also, Leslie O., a Facebook follower, she is having, what did she say? There was some sort of thing behind her eyeball. What was it? And let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Went to doctor, had blockage behind my left eye and occlusion. Doctor said that if a piece of plaque breaks off, this could cause a stroke, heart attack, or blindness. Not good news. I start having some tests soon. Kind of scary, feeling really down. I get it, but trusting God, even if these things happen, I will be with him in the end, and appreciate you. I asked her if I could share this, and she said yes, so I am sharing right now, and all y'all pray for these people, pray for others as well. Pray for David and Anna Bradley and their family. They are right now handing out tracts in Vatican City in Rome. He said it's been going well so far, but he wishes that Brady would come over there and learn how to speak Italian, because they're running into the Jehovah's Witness cultists over there who are out doing the same thing. They are going to elect a pope here pretty soon. We'll be watching that. And should we take the advice of our friend Rick Warren? Rick Warren says, join me today in fasting and prayer for the 115 cardinals seeking God's will in a new leader. I don't think so, Ricky. I don't think so. I mean, I went like 3 hours without eating today, but I am not fasting and praying for the 115 cardinals. I can tell you that. That's just not one of the things that I'm doing. And if you don't recognize this, Rick Warren, and I've talked about this before in a couple of videos I've done about him. Rick Warren is buddy-buddy with the Catholic Church. He regards them as brethren. He regards them as Christians. He kind of has the idea now that most of the world is Christian, because when you add all the evangelical Protestants together and then you add all the Roman Catholics together, well, then we've got a lot of Christians now. Rick, if they bow and worship idols, they're not Christian. And you need to understand something, Rick. These people are electing God. Are you aware of that? These people are electing a new God over the Roman Catholic Church, over the world. That's what they're doing. This is not just their leader. This is Vicarious Christus. This is the Vicar of Christ, another Jesus sitting on a throne with a big crown on his head. This is not just the leader of the Southern Baptist Convention or something like that. This is going to be God in the flesh, and that's who they're voting on. And at least one of those 115 cardinals, you just almost know that the law of averages would tell you that at least one of those guys is a pedophile. So anyway, lawmakers override this. Ariel sent me this. I think Ariel did. Yeah, it's Arizona. Lawmakers override veto and pass strictest abortion law in the United States. Arkansas. Oh, I thought it was Arizona. It's Arkansas. Arkansas State Senate and House Let's see here. House overrode a governor's veto and passed on Wednesday the most restrictive abortion law in the United States. The new law bans most pregnancy terminations after 12 weeks of gestation, according to GOP lawmakers. The day after the state's GOP-led Senate voted to override Democratic Governor Mike Beebe's veto, the GOP-controlled House then followed suit by a vote of 56-33 on Wednesday, according to Reuters. Now that is Governor Mike Beebe, B-E-E-B-E. That's actually a town in Arkansas. Only it's not Beebe, it's Beebe. That's how you pronounce it when you're down from we used to drive through Beebe all the time on the way down to Jacksonville, Arkansas, just north of Little Rock. My mom grew up in Levy, Arkansas. My dad grew up in Jacksonville. That's how I know all this stuff. The Republican-sponsored law will be the nation's most protective law of unborn babies, according to reports. Praise the Lord for that. Good to hear about stuff like that. And here we go with the inconsistency and the hypocrisy of our elected officials. I mean, here's Diane Frank Einstein standing in front of the whole country telling them, we're going to come take your guns away. And she packs. She carries. She's got a concealed carry license. She carries a gun on her all the time. She don't want you to have. Remember, she's the government. Gabby Gifford's husband buys an AR-15. Mark Kelly, gun control proponent and husband of former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, recently purchased an AR-15, an assault weapon, he called it, which he now says he intended as an illustration of the need for more stringent gun laws. Right. We get it. We get it. Kelly reportedly bought the AR-15 and a 1911-style semi-automatic pistol at a gun store in Tucson, Arizona. Breitbart News received a tip on this when Neil McCabe, editor of Guns and Patriots newsletter, contacted us on March 7th and said Mark Kelly made purchases which included an AR-15, sometimes described as an assault rifle, at 3:30 p.m. on the afternoon of March 5th at Diamondback Police Supply. According to McCabe, witnesses to the purchases claimed Kelly purchased, quote, high-capacity magazines as well. We get it, Mark. Okay? We get it. It's for illustrative purposes only, wasn't it, Mark? We got you. Okay? On March 6th, McCabe contacted Kelly's gun control group, Americans for Responsible Solutions, and on March 8th, they replied that his message had been passed on to colleagues who handle press requests. Breitbart News then began investigating the details surrounding the purchase, including visiting the gun store. Suddenly, Kelly announced on his Facebook page that he was not going to keep the AR-15, which he has yet to pick up from the store. We get it. We get it. Days after making purchases, Kelly wrote on Facebook, I just had a background check for a few days when I went to my local gun store to buy a .45 caliber. As I was leaving, I noticed a used AR-15. Bought that too. Even to buy an assault weapon, the background check only takes a matter of minutes. I don't have possession of it yet, but I'll be turning it over to the Tucson Police Department when I do. We get it. You got caught. You got caught. That's like some congressman buying a bag of pot, and then when he gets caught saying, I was doing this to see how easy it is to buy a bag of reefer. That's what I was doing. Or it's like the what senator was that? He got busted on it. He was flashing some kind of sign in an airport bathroom. And I would have never known about any of this had I not read it. Flashing some kind of hand sign or foot sign under the stall in the bathroom, which means that you want to have it with the guy sitting there. That's gross. That's disgusting. Two guys in the bathroom in the ugh. But we get it, Mark. We get it. Okay? It was for illustrative purposes only. Right. That's pretty good. I have been in contact through Facebook with some people in Pakistan, And I'll tell you what, there's some Christians over there you need to pray for. One guy is from this area. You probably heard of this, 100 Christian homes. I'd heard that it was 200. But anyway, 100 or 200 Christian homes burned by mob in Lahore. Almost 100 houses burned in a mob attack on a Christian community at the Badami Bagh area in Lahore. The attack was supposedly retaliation against a member of the community for having made blasphemous remarks. During the attack, members of the police, including the SHO of the area, were also injured when the mob threw stones at them. The mob, comprising of almost 300 members of Islam, attacked the Joseph Colony on Noor Road. The attack was led by Shafiq Ahmed against almost 150 Christian families were forced to flee the area. Savan is currently under arrest and has been moved to an undisclosed location. They arrested, now get this, they arrested the guy who supposedly made the blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad or Allah. They didn't arrest the people who burnt down the homes and the churches and run these people out of the houses. They arrested the guy who they say whose mouth started it. And stuff like that is going on here in America too, where judges are looking at Sharia law, which makes it a capital offense to blaspheme the Prophet Muhammad. And I think I talked about this one day. There was a guy that was making a statement in a parade, and some Muslim beat him up. I mean, beat the snot out of him. And they arrested him, and he got off because the judge was using Sharia law and told the guy that he beat up, saying, you shouldn't have done that. He is genetically predisposed because he's Muslim to beat the snot out of you if you say anything against the Prophet Muhammad. He can't help himself. That's his religion, don't you know? You should have never done that. He didn't know what he was doing. And I want you to think, I want you to grasp this in your mind. Now, here is 150 to 200 Christians. I don't know what breed, denomination. I don't know who they are. But I want you to get this concept. There are some Christians in Pakistan. And I want you to understand this, that now when the Lord comes for these Christians in Pakistan, it will be a post-tribulation appearing. They are going through a tribulation in Pakistan. They have been persecuted. They've had their homes burnt. They are in danger of their lives, their income. They cannot practice their religion. They can't say what they want to say. These people are in much tribulation. I was going to do a study on the word tribulation today, and I don't have time. We'll bring that up again some other time, all right? Because I got some people that don't like me because I won't say pre-trib. I won't say it. And they don't like me because I won't say it. So anyway, and I'm just contemplating the ministry that we have here. And I just decided really not to be like what everybody else is. And I'm not saying everybody else is right or wrong. And I'm not just trying to be different just for the sake of being different. But I read the scriptures. I look at things there. I see things a little differently than some people are seeing it, and I can only say what I feel like God is leading me to say through the pages of the King James Bible, which people don't like now. They don't like the King James Bible, and I've got some letters from people who hate the King James Bible. Here's another one. Michelle Obama to give award to a woman who said today is the anniversary of 9/11. May every year come with America burning. Let's see here. On Friday, March 8th, Michelle Obama, that was a few days ago, 4 days ago, will join John Kerry. Have you seen the